Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, our district and building administrators, and our staff here at CHS, I would like to welcome all of you to the 2024 Academic Recognition Ceremony. Tonight we'll begin our ceremony with the singing of the National Anthem performed by sophomore Peyton Sarzasti. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Peyton. Please be seated. Tonight we gather to honor academics. In fact, as many of you have likely heard me mention in the past, the criteria for entry to this evening's program are very clear. One simply needs to be a member of either the honor roll or principal's list for the first 3 marking periods of the academic school year. While that criteria can be summed up in just one sentence, achieving the goal is incredibly complex. The students here have overcome innumerable obstacles put before them on a daily basis in their pursuit of excellence. For some, it was balancing a schedule loaded with academically rigorous coursework. Others, an extracurricular and athletic schedule that should come with a personal assistant. Each of the students here faced countless challenges, big and small, that offered a distraction from their academic pursuits. However, each of you found a way to not only be excellent, but to maintain that excellence over time. Excellence, when extended over time, is the very essence of what makes a person exceptional. And that greatness is what we're here to celebrate tonight. Therefore, please join me in congratulating our recipients this evening with a round of applause. Furthermore, standing behind each and every one of these outstanding students is a support system comprised of parents, family members, teachers, and loved ones whose efforts contributed to the success we are gathered to celebrate. That support is certainly worthy of an additional round of applause. Tonight is my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Elizabeth McCormick. Elizabeth is a proud graduate of Cinnamon High School in 2005, currently serves as the Senior Genetic Counselor in the Mitochondrial Medicine Frontier Program at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Following her time at CHS, Elizabeth pursued her academic journey at Arcadia University, earning her bachelor's degree in biology in 2009. She continued her studies at Arcadia, completing the Master's of Science in Genetic Counseling program in 2011. Throughout her remarkable career, Elizabeth has played pivotal roles in both clinical and research genetic counseling, focusing her efforts on mitochondrial disorders with a keen interest in genomics and the psychosocial dimensions of these conditions. Beyond her professional commitments, Elizabeth is dedicated to education, serving as the co-director of the biochemical genetics course for the University of Pennsylvania Master's Program in Genetic Counseling. She is also actively engaged with patients and families through her work in the United Mitochondrial Disease Foundation, MitroShare Patient Registry, and participation in patient and family meetings. Elizabeth's influence extends to leadership roles as she serves on the executive committee for the section of genetic counseling at CHOP and Penn. Notably, as co-chair of the research committee, her contributions to the field are further evidenced by her impressive portfolio of over 45 peer-reviewed publications. Without further ado, let's extend a warm sentiments and welcome to tonight's special guest, Elizabeth McCormick.
everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. And I should probably start, especially with this audience, along with all of that, I'm also the sister of Mrs. Prokopka, who I think most of you know. So I graduated in 2005, and I was preparing to talk to you all, kind of what I could say to give you an idea of what the early 2000s were like. So actually the first thing I thought of, since it had been so many years since I have been here, even though I live in town, I haven't been back to the high school, the upstairs hallways weren't connected when I was here. So we had to go downstairs to go back upstairs. So I don't know if you've ever taken that for granted, that you don't have to do that, but it's something that we had to do back then. But then I realized that was actually something that like decades of folks that graduated here could have said. So I started thinking some more, and I guess started thinking about fashion. I feel like that can give people a good sense of, the times. So I was thinking about jeans. I feel like everyone talks about jeans. Denim, blue jeans, not DNA jeans that I work with, but denim jeans. So not skinny jeans. I feel like everyone in my generation is told that all you students hate skinny jeans, but when I was here, it was actually before skinny jeans. We actually had low-rise flare jeans. So I think flares are already back, but I don't think low-rise is back. And please don't let that come back, because that was just a terrible fashion back then. But that was popular when I was here. And then I also think prom is coming up, right, very soon. So we, especially myself, to get ready for prom, we would go tanning in the tanning beds, which we now know is a terrible idea. So that's something that was popular then too. And then we also had very thin eyebrows, and they still haven't grown back. So that kind of gives you a sense, again, of the early 2000s. So now that you know all that, I'll kind of talk to you about kind of how I got from there to where I am today, kind of finding a career that I just really love and definitely what I was meant to do. So I had always kind of known that I liked science and biology in particular, but didn't really know what I wanted to do beyond that. So I had some great teachers here. Mrs. Gill, who was Miss Sutton at that time, I had her twice. I had Miss Alvarado for the anatomy class. I had really enjoyed that. But I didn't really, like I said, kind of know what I had wanted to do beyond science and biology. But even just having that, I actually felt pretty good about, because I had friends and classmates that didn't even know what general topic they wanted to go into, let alone a particular area when it came to career and kind of like future plans. So I don't know, maybe you're more like me and you have an interest that you think you want to do, or maybe you're more like some of my friends. It's actually okay wherever you are, because we have all figured it out 20 years later. So just something to definitely keep in mind. So again, here I am, biology person, like science, and then there was a day that we learned about pedigrees. I don't know if any of you have learned about pedigrees yet. No? Okay. Well, I did. Hopefully you will if you haven't. And I just absolutely loved them. So I just loved kind of filling in the big A's and the little A's, and it just kind of like felt like you were predicting the future based on kind of facts of the present. And I just absolutely love that. So I had kind of known then, okay, I have to do something in genetics, but still didn't really know what, because there was still just so much that you can do even in that. So I ended up, of course, graduating, moving on to Arcadia, where I had studied biology. And that is kind of, wanted to take a pause a little bit and just talk about some of the opportunities that were given to me along the way. Because I think sometimes, when you're in your shoes that some of you students might be in now, you might think you know what you like and what you don't like, and what you want to do and what you don't want to do, but you're really not going to know, and you're not going to give yourself the ability to kind of figure that out unless you take advantage of opportunities that come up for you. So the first one that I wanted to share with you all was as part of our biology degree at Arcadia, we had to do a thesis project, so kind of like a capstone project. And you could do kind of like a literature review project, or you could go to work in a lab. And I knew at that time I didn't really love working in a lab in like the wet bench setting. Didn't really love pipetting, didn't love beakers and gels and all that stuff. But I had this great opportunity to work in a lab with a really great mentor, Dr. Smith. It's not something that I wanted to pass up. So it turns out, though, I come to find that this thesis project is actually working with fruit flies. So I can't really stress enough how much I hate bugs. Like, I absolutely hate them. It's not a competition, but I've never met someone who hates them more than me. So if it was, I would win. And here I am working with fruit flies, looking at them under the microscope. Don't know if any of you have worked with fruit flies, but they can actually escape sometimes when you're trying to sedate them and study them. So I would be working with my fruit flies, and then a professor is walking down the hall with a cup of coffee, fishing the fruit flies out of the coffee. So again, not something I really ever pictured myself doing, but I did it, and I really got a lot out of it. So I was able to form a really great relationship with my mentor, Dr. Smith. She was able to write me a really great letter of recommendation. And then when I went to my interviews for my grad school program, I was able to really kind of share with them why I knew I wanted to do genetic counseling, because what I felt when I was learning about genetic counseling and shadowing genetic counselors was so much different to what I felt working in the lab with those fruit flies. So I was really able to just kind of share how I was so sure that I wanted to be a genetic counselor. And now come to find that when you interview for these programs, they really want to know that the candidates they're interviewing want that career. So it just was really a great experience for me. And then, so I was able to complete that, attended my master's program, graduated in the summer of 2011. And the job market was vastly different than it was now. I actually remember the program director kind of saying to us all, not in so many words, don't hold out for your dream job. You're not gonna get it. It was hard to get a job, let alone a full-time job, and we were kind of told to take whatever part-time maternity leave position that you could get. So when I first graduated, there were just not, again, many opportunities, and then I ended up working part-time that summer down at AI DuPont in Delaware, where I had done my master's thesis project. And then my current position actually opened up. So at that time, before interviewing for the position I'm in now, I was actually sure that I wanted to be a clinical genetic counselor. So that kind of means that I was sure I wanted to just see patients and families all day, every day. So I didn't really want to be involved in genetic testing laboratories or research or any of that. So I was positive that's what I had wanted to do. So my current job opened up, and it was actually a split between clinical and research. So again, not my dream, not where I had seen myself, but it was an opportunity. So it's something that I had taken, and now I'm kind of like, how could I have ever thought that I wanted to be, a full-time clinical person and not kind of have the opportunity to pursue my own research interest, to come up with my own questions and then pursue answering them. So those were just two of my opportunities that I had wanted to share with you and just kind of, bring to everyone's attention. I think right now, it's just so common that you hear people say, and you see it everywhere, just say no. Just say no when it comes to career and work and interest, if you're too busy or if it's not something you're really interested in. And I actually see it with students that I work with, junior colleagues that I work with. They're given these really great opportunities, and the default is to just say no, because that's kind of what they hear. They don't think it's going to benefit them. They don't think it's, going to further them along in their careers. Maybe they're holding out for the next great opportunity that may or may not never come. So really just something that I encourage you all to think about when you get an opportunity. Maybe don't let your default be no, because I'm not sure, again, thinking back to when I was working with those awful fruit flies, If I didn't have that, I don't know if I would have gotten into my graduate school program that year. And I really don't know what I would be doing if I didn't take my current position now, because I was just wrong. I thought I knew I wanted to be a clinical genetic counselor, and I didn't. So again, just something that I hope you all can keep in mind. You're really just at the beginning. You're gonna have many opportunities, many exciting opportunities, and they're all in front of you. So I just hope when they kind of come your way that you're able to, maybe not say no right away, but at least take a pause. It's okay to say no sometimes, but maybe at least kind of take a pause and think, why are you saying no? Is it because you think you're not going to get anything out of it? Is it because you think there's a better opportunity that's going to come up? If those are the answers, then maybe it's something that you want to reconsider, and maybe something that you'll think about saying yes to, because you never really know kind of where those opportunities are going to take you. So that was it. Those were, again, just some of the opportunities that I wanted to share with you all. So I hope, when you get opportunities in the future, you don't let your default be no, but maybe at least think about it a little bit and take that opportunity and see where it ends up taking you. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I will see you at Christmas. At this time, I kindly ask all freshmen and sophomore award recipients to make their way to the band hallway through these doors to prepare for introduction. So all freshmen and sophomore recipients, please make their way through that door to line up for introduction. I would like to introduce Ms. Suzanne Fisher and Mr. Brian Wilkinson to recognize our freshman recipients.
Emery Ayaz. Ennis Ayaz. Michael Billman. Thomas Bob. Dylan Burke. Nathan Calhoun. Bruna Silva Campello. Emily Craney. Sean Coutillo. Gabriel Derbyshire. Charlotte Dranchik. Amina Zafik. Madeline Ellis. Isabella Fassett. Tegan Fudala. Jason Godwin. Zeynep Gokdemir. Casey Gola. Carter Griffith. Molly Groover. Abigail Grugan. Isadora Guthrie. Taylor Hubbard. Charlene Humbert. Haley Hunter. Aiden Highland. Braden Hymanson. Emmy Keyports. Cole Kaprivica. Michaela Lodice. Alexander Londardo. Caio Lopez.
Matthews Martins. Alex McGettigan. Cassidy McKeon. Addison McMullen. Isabella Mercer. Daphne Morrison. Madison Mosey. Hannah Nguyen. Grace Otto. Gabriella Passetti. Thomas Quinn III. Catherine Reed. Emily Rivers. Danica Reginio. Ryan Scaricacciatoli. Maddox Scott. Ripley Scott. Ronan Segrest. Omisha Sharma. Michaela Shecker. Annabella Simone. Claire Smerzinski. Ava Smith. Daniel Tinoff. Noldali Ilario. Ryan Wyke. Sinar Zavali. Charlotte Zug. Please join us in congratulating all of our freshman award winners. To acknowledge our sophomore recipients, I'd like to introduce Mr. Matthew Digney.
following sophomores are being recognized for their outstanding achievement for the 2023-2024 school year. Tatiana Allen. Dylan Anderson. Quinlan Barnes. Victor Bastos. Amanda Cabnets. Ashley Chen. Samantha Danowski. Dominic Del Grippo. Mara Del Grippo. Lily Diana. Owen Duffield. Hannah Fagan. Sophia Flicker. Maxwell Fry. Ryan Gallagher. Madison Gibson. Ava Gallardi. Olivia Gola. Nathan Heim. Layla Holba. Brooke Howe. Dylan Hutchcraft. Taryn Hymanson. Robert Jacob. Merve Karaman. Jenna Kirstein. Delaney Kroll. James Kozowski. Kennedy Kozowski. Jackson Machado. Chase Mantia. Dominic Marino. Lila McDermott. Henry Miller. Lauren Perrone. Lindsay Perrone. Madison Pellegrino. Emily Renoff. John Victor Santana. Anna Clara Santos. Benjamin Schmid. Riley Somerville. Evelyn Souza Silva. Sophia Spite. Carly Trompe. John Waring. Jack Warner. Miran Warren. And Allison Yotis. Please join us in congratulating all our sophomore award winners.
At this time, I kindly ask all junior and senior recipients to please make your way through these doors to line up for introduction. All junior and senior recipients, right through these doors. Thank you. To acknowledge our junior recipients, I would like to introduce Ms. Kimberly Kramer and Mrs. Elizabeth Kilroy.
The following juniors are being recognized for their outstanding achievement for the 2023-2024 school year. Charles Ambos, Nicole Aravallo, Anella Asbury, Sumaya Ayez, Logan Bagocious, Bryce Bastian, Sarah Berthoff, Blaze Biello, Elizabeth Blair, Rachel Blindberry, Connor Brand, Rose Carroll, Luke Centenaro, Alexander Chomich, Kellen Kohler, Allison Cotter, Michael Crandall, Yasmin De Silva, John Victor De Oliveira, Mariella De Crisifaro, Sarah Delgado, Alexandra De Filippo, Tessa Devone, Addison Evans, Eric Fickery, Abigail Flannery, Brendan Fratto, Edwin Frey, Riley Fudala, Alyssa Fugel, Dana Gomez, Grace Gonzalez, Emma Gwen, Selena Hagstaz, Logan Hamill, Noah Harvey, Suri Horner, Eliza Jeffries, Nicole Jones, Charles Kine Jr., Giovanni Lodice, Chase Long, Caleb Lorenzo, Joshua Lubin, Ava Lusk,
Abby Makowitz, Paul Megan, Carly Marinelli, Olivia Marinelli, Shane McDevitt Jr., Ava Milowiski, Olivia Moyer, Kaylee Murphy, Buki Mustafa, Sean Myers, Emma Nagel, Douglas Nelson, Megan Nelson, Timothy O'Connor, Kara Perone, Colin Parrish, Jace Parson, Emma Patel, Isaiah Phillips, Madeline Poor, Eva Quinn, Sabai Quinn, Madison Ragone, Samantha Rock, Francesca Romy, Luke Ryan, Raymond Siowick, Robert Smith, Sarah Serino, Ava Stendelevich, Taylor Waite, Jordan Welsh, Island Yalson, Alyssa Yeager, Brian Young, Ellie Zarnowski, Jude Zarnowski, and Ethan Zecker. Please join us in congratulating all of our junior award winners. To acknowledge our senior recipients, I would like to introduce Dr. Caitlin McCann and Mr. Patrick McNamara.
The following seniors are being recognized for their outstanding achievement for the 2013-2014 school year. Alex Aguiar, Kaylee Arguello, Jacqueline Arking, Alex Arnold, Warren Berenbrock, Bentley Bramhall, Riley Cassidy, Andrew Christmas, Caitlin Colfer, Nathan Costa, Andrew Crandall, Esther Crisp, Mitchell DeLassio, Alexis Daniels, Jenna Del Grippo, Mason Dranchik, Grace Dreyer, Barat Alongo, Sean Gilmore, J.P. Hebert, Madeline Hubbard, Jia Zhang, Lun Zhang, Christopher Jungblatt, Samantha Keyports, Grace Kennedy, Michael Kulik,
Anna Marino, Michael McCauley, Jaylyn McDermott, Michael McDevitt, Damon McGee, Kayla Meenan, Stefania Mendoza Pastrana, Kendall Mingo, Sophia Morgan, Timothy Morell, Elle Morrison, Andrew Mosey, Jake Parrish, Michael Perno, Abby Prickett, Shane Razis, Julia Reed, Lauren Ringer, Reagan Rotes, Corey Rohde, Dean Santolaris, Charlotte Sell, Joseph Shepard, Gabrielle Sickler, Abigail Sides, Danielle Stavalone, Daniel Stavalone. My bad, Dan. Alexander Stewart, Yashawn Stiles, Lillian Surma, Ayana Walls, Ace Willers, Aaron Williams, Isaiah Williams, Madison Yorkie. Please join us in congratulating all of our senior award winners.
The Burlington County Secondary Principals and Supervisors Association recognized the top students in grades 10th, 11th, and 12th at their annual academic recognition ceremony. The following students from Cinnaminson High School were acknowledged for their top academic achievement. I kindly ask these students to please come up when their names are called. Grade 10, Olivia Gola. Grade 11, Brendan Fratto. Grade 12, Samantha Keyports. Please join me in congratulating these students for their outstanding achievements. I would like to introduce Dr. Frank Goulburn, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, for our next presentation.
Thank you. It's my privilege to announce the names of individuals who have earned academic recognition for all 4 years at Cinnaminson High School. Alex Arnold, Bentley Bramhall, Caitlin Colfer, Nathan Costa, Mitchell D'Alessio, Alexis Daniels, Mason Dranchik, Bharat Elango, Sean Gilmore, Madeline Hubbard, Jia Zhang, Lun Zhang, Samantha Keyports, Anna Marino, Kendall Mingo, Andrew Mosey, Jake Parrish, Abby Prickett, Julia Reed, Lauren Ringer, Dean Santarlis, Joseph Shepard, Gabrielle Sickler, Alexander Stewart, Lillian Surma, and Isaiah Williams. In addition to the certificates the students received today, they will also be awarded a pin that they will wear on their gown during the commencement ceremony. Please join us again in congratulating our 4-year award winners.
We can offer one more round of applause for all of our award recipients this evening. I'd like to offer my own thank you for all of you for joining us here this evening. I know everyone is balancing a tremendous amount of obligations, and I really appreciate you taking the time to come and celebrate with us here tonight. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you for coming, and have a wonderful